What's going on today, guys? We're back at it again. We're going to be talking about the Beretta 92 FS. The Beretta 92 FS has been serving as the U.S. military's primary sidearm since 1985. And here it is, 2016, and I still don't own one. Every time I talk to folks who own this pistol, I ask them questions about it, and they get the same response. Why don't I have one yet? And honestly, I don't know why I don't have one, since it's so iconic, but it's not as iconic as a 1911, but still as a modern day pistol icon. When I was recently visiting my local gun shop, which is Clayton Guns, I noticed that they had this pistol right here for sale as a used pistol. I asked to see it. They did a safety check, handed me the pistol, and I must say, for a primary sidearm, it is actually quite heavy. The weight is unloaded coming in at 2.08 pounds. Compared to the 6 Sauer P226, it's actually in line with that, with the weight and the magazine capacity of 15 rounds. I take a firm grip, and it felt really good in my hand. I pulled back on the slide, and it was very smooth for being a used pistol. It felt like a tool drawer on a ball bearing, so it was actually really quite smooth. Then pulled the pistol up, pointed it in a safe direction, looked at the sights, and thought to myself, you know, these sights could be better. They're actually kind of small. They have the single blade in the back, and then it has the round dot sight up front. I thought to myself, it could be a little bit better, but being as a military sidearm, it's okay. So I squeezed the trigger in single action, and I was actually very impressed. I then squeezed it in double action, and it was quite long and heavy, but smooth. I've had worse double action pistols in the past, but the trigger pull on this pistol averages 11.6 in double action. And then in single action, it's measuring at about 6.6. So not too shabby for being the U.S. military sidearm of choice. I tell the clerk I don't own one of these, and his response again was the same response I hear all the time. Why not? So I took the plunge. I needed to see what this pistol is all about. With a used price tag of under $500, coming with 2 magazines and the case, it was a good buy. MSRP for this pistol brand new is $675, but is being sold locally brand new for $575. So I take it to the range, squeeze off a few rounds, and I'm actually really impressed with this pistol. The controls are quite nice, and the safety back here is actually a decocker as well. When I racked back the slide though, I did find myself accidentally putting the pistol on safe and it would decock, but other than that, getting used to not doing that, it was actually a pleasure to shoot. The accuracy of this pistol was spot on, guys. I was hitting really good groups at 7 yards and hitting 8-inch steel plates with ease at 15 yards. I can now see why everyone said I needed one of these pistols, and why everyone should at least shoot one of these Italian beauties if they have not. All in all, I was impressed with this pistol. Would I use it as a carry pistol? Probably not, due to the weight, but I carry a P229, which is almost as heavy, and it does have that 15 rounds, but it's in a smaller package. I currently have an M&P full size, so I really don't need another full size pistol. But, at the end of the day, it was actually a really nice pistol to shoot. The Beretta 92 is reliable and accurate, but for me, I just can't see myself carrying it every day. But with this being a used pistol and that price point, it's going to make a great backup or a truck pistol. Pros of this is a price point, ease of finding magazines. The magazines are surplus for $10 to $15, and the ease of takedown and use, and also the aftermarket accessories are just phenomenal. Wilson Combat makes a trigger kit to actually reduce the trigger pull on this, so it'll bring it down to about 9 pounds in a double action and about 4 or 5 pounds average in a single action, which makes it really great. Holsters are readily available, night sights are available. Cons of this is going to be the weight, the sights, and then not having a 1913 or a Picatinny style rail to mount a light on it. But there are other models of the 92 that have the rail to mount a light on it, so that's no big deal. So disassembling the Beretta 92 FS is actually quite easy to do. You're going to do a safety check, visual, make sure the magazine's removed. On the back side over here, you're going to press in on this button. This is going to be your takedown lever. You're going to rotate it 90 degrees, and then the whole slide and everything will come apart. You're going to remove your guide rod and recoil spring, and then to remove the barrel, I've noticed that it's kind of tricky getting it in and out. But you got to make sure everything lines up. whenever you're putting it back in. If not, your recoil spring will actually be very difficult to get in. You'll have a lot of resistance, and then you can actually, if you don't hold on to it tight, it'll actually shoot across the room like it did earlier for me. Then you're gonna line up on the rods there, on the metal guide rods, on the sides of the actual frame. You're gonna rotate back up your takedown lever. Now, if it's not in properly, your guide rod will actually stick out a little bit further, and then you're gonna make sure you're gonna do a function test, make sure it works, and then you're good to go. That's how you disassemble it, put it back together. All in all, I'm very pleased with this pistol. If you haven't shot one of these pistols, you really need to go out and try to find one, maybe at the local gun range where you can rent one, or if your buddies have one, ask them, if you can borrow it, or go out shooting with them. I mean, then you can really see what I'm talking about and really experience the Beretta 92 FS, and then really get a good grasp of it and see if you like it or not. Please, comment below if you have one, and if you like it, share, some stories about it if you like it, or parts that you don't like about it. Like at the end of the day, it's a great pistol. It's a great buy. The accuracy is there, like I said, and the reliability is there. So, if you like this video, please hit subscribe down at the bottom, hit like. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/streetmedic12, where you can see other reviews like this and upcoming reviews. Again, y'all have a good day and be good. Be safe.